Okay, guys, I got a few more responses in, so I'm going to make 3 more videos with your other questions. So for number 5, x squared plus 25x plus 100, the directions are to factor. Remember our checklist for factoring? Oopsies, checklist. First, is there a GCF we can factor out? No, there's no number in front of the x squared and there's no x with the 100. Okay, then the next thing, does it have 4 terms? In this case, it is a trinomial. It does not have 4 terms, so I can't just jump into the box. So then is it a special case? Now, if it's a special case, this is a trinomial, so we'd want to make sure that the first and the last term are perfect squares. And they are. X times x is x squared, so x is a perfect square, and 10 times 10 is 100, so 100 is a perfect square. Okay, so then we just need to check this middle term and see if that checks out. Well, if this was a special case, a perfect square trinomial would factor to a binomial square. So that would end up being x plus 10 squared. The first term is the square root of x squared is x. The second term is the square root of 100 is 10. Okay, now we have to check that second term. So if we actually multiplied that out, we would have x plus 10, x plus 10, x squared, 10x, 10x, and 100. And if we add together the 10x and the 10x, we would get 20x. That is not the same as 25, so that is not going to work. This is not a special case. So if it's not a special case, then the next move would be to use the x method. Okay, so the x method means that we're going to be looking for, do a different color now, a multiply number, which is 100, and our add number is 25. So what two numbers multiply to get 100, but add to get 25? So if you think about the factors of 100, you have 1 and 100, that doesn't help you get 25. 2 and 50, again, doesn't really help. 3 doesn't go into it, but 4 goes into 100 25 times. That doesn't really help me get 25. 5 goes into 120 times. Oopsie, sorry. 5 goes into 120 times, so 5 times 20 is 100, and 5 plus 20 is 25. So we could use 5 and 20 to break up that 25. So we'll have 20x plus 5x is how we can break up that 25x. We still have the x squared and the 100. Once we break it up, we have 4 terms, so we can create our box to factor x squared, 20x, 5x, and 100. And then we want to factor out the GCF. The GCF of the top row, x squared plus 20x, is x. X needs to be multiplied by x to get x squared. X needs to be multiplied by 20 to get 20x, and x needs to be multiplied by 5 to get 5x. Last thing is we have to check that last box. 5 times 20 is 100, so we're good there, which means the factors are x plus 5 times x plus 20. All right, I'm going to do 2 more problems in this video. I'm going to do numbers 10 and 13. Okay, so number 10, we are simplifying 10b to the 5th minus b minus b to the 5th plus 3b minus 4. All right, we want to simplify this. There's a minus sign in between the 2 parentheses. So I'm not multiplying them, I'm not adding them, I'm not dividing them, I'm subtracting them. Now, since there's that minus sign in front of it, it's saying minus to everything in front of that parentheses. So I have to distribute that minus to everything inside the parentheses. So minus b to the 5th minus 3b, and then a minus of a minus would be a plus 4. And I still have 10b to the 5th minus b. Okay, and then I need to combine the like terms, 10b to the 5th and negative b to the 5th. Those combine to get 9b to the 5th. Negative b and negative 3b, is negative 4b. And then finally, we just have that constant of 4. And then that is as much as we can simplify. Okay, and then last one in this video is number 13. Number 13 is another simplify one. 5c to the 5th minus c plus c to the 5th plus 7c minus 2. Okay, these ones we are not multiplying them together because there's a plus sign in between them. So all we're doing is combining like terms. Since it's adding, we can just drop the parentheses, 5c to the 5th minus c plus c to the 5th plus 7c minus 2, and then combine the like terms. 5c to the 5th and c to the 5th is 6c to the 5th. Next highest power is negative c and 7c. That would make positive 6c. And then finally, the negative 2. Okay? And the directions were just to simplify. We're not going to factor from here. Simplify means we just leave it as this polynomial. All right. In the next video, I'm going to do 17, 18, 23, and 26.